Sawadee ka! Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. I know things look a little different today, and that is because I am in Bangkok, Thailand, and no longer in the coldness of Vancouver, Canada. I'm just here doing some photo shoot for my upcoming cookbook, so I thought I'd film an episode or two while I'm here. So today we're gonna make a vegetable dish. It's very simple, but it's got a spirit of that home-cooked meal because it's so easy that we actually make it quite often. And it's also a dish that's popular when people go out to eat because people like to order it as a vegetable side dish to, an otherwise very meat-filled meal. We are making something called pat pak boong. And pat means to stir fry, as you know, and pak boong is this vegetable right here. In English, I've seen it called morning glory or water spinach. So I think it just has two different names. So it's got a really nice crunchy, chewy-ish stems and really tender leaves. If you can't find this, you can use the same recipe and use bok choy or other green vegetables that you like to saute. And we're gonna cut them into 2-inch chunks. So I'm gonna cut off the ends. Now sometimes, if these are old and the ends are really hard and big and chewy, you can just cut off a chunk of the bottom if you like more tender vegetables. And then about 2 inches. When you get to the leaves, I actually like to leave it a bit bigger because the leaves will wilt, kind of like spinach. It'll wilt to nothing when you cook it. So once I get here, I just do like a once. So these are slightly bigger. There's more stems here. I'm gonna do this once. Okay. So stems, 2 to 3 inches. Leaves, you can leave them kind of long like that. So we've got that. And then the rest is really easy. Now, this recipe is not vegetarian because I'm using oyster sauce, but if you want to make it vegetarian, by all means switch from oyster sauce to soy sauce. So for the sauce, we've got a tablespoon of oyster sauce. And to this is the most important ingredient in this dish, is tau jiao. Now, tau jiao I've used before in rat na and in something else which I can't recall right now. But anyway, it's fermented soybean paste. So it's chunky like this. Okay, it's salty. If you can't find this, you can also use, what's that called? Chinese black beans. Or you can also substitute a little bit of miso paste, which has got sort of a similar kind of flavor. So we're gonna mix all of our sauces together, which is quite important in this dish because you can't cook the morning glory for any more than literally a few seconds. So all your sauces have to go in all at once. None of this like grab this, add that, too much time. And then half a tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm just using regular light Thai soy sauce. Stir that up. A little bit of sugar, a scant teaspoon, just to cut the salt. Mix all that up, and then finally some white pepper. I'm adding quite a bit because I like the heat of white pepper. So white pepper, FYI, is hotter than black pepper. So if you want peppery heat, go with white. But black pepper will have kind of a more interesting aroma. So, sometimes, that's why sometimes I like to use both. Okay, and then the last thing we have to prep before we go cook is our garlic and our chilies. And I've got this tiny little mortar here, which is so cute. I think I'm gonna bring this back. It's great for pounding little things like garlic and chilies and things like that. So I'm gonna start with 2 chilies. This dish is generally medium spicy. And I'm gonna pound that until it's a paste-ish. A few cloves of garlic. I'm gonna do 1, 2, let's do 5. No, 6. Now, you wanna pound this not too fine because big chunks of garlic is actually really yummy in this dish. So I'm just gonna pound it until they're broken-ish. Okay, so maybe this mortar is a little bit too small. I just really wanted to use it because it's so cute. And I think this pestle is not its pair. I just couldn't find the one that came with it, so it's a little large. So this garlic, I'm getting it just till about there. And so I know these are like big chunks, but big chunks of garlic, well, my mom likes it, so I'm gonna keep it big for her so that you get bursts of garlickiness when you bite into it. So that's it. That's literally all we have to do. And now we're gonna go outside and cook this thing up. Okay, so here we are in my wonderful outside kitchen, which is great for things that spatter and smell. So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of oil, just enough to cover. And high heat. This dish is gonna be the fastest dish I've ever cooked on Hot Thai Kitchen. Go in with your garlic and chili mixture. Now you don't have to preheat the oil very hot. I always err on the side of low because if the oil is too hot, then you instantaneously burn your garlic, but there's no harm in adding garlic into cold oil, okay? Just saying. Okay, now you're gonna wait until, and hope I don't start sneezing from this, until the garlic starts to turn just a little bit golden brown. So my garlic's nicely cooked and it's just turning golden brown around the edges. You may not be able to see it. In goes all your vegetables. Okay, and then the sauce, all of it. And now you're gonna cook this literally until it's mixed and the leaves are sort of settled. If you want a little more sauce, you can add a splash of water, but which I'm gonna do actually, just a little, so it's got some moisture. But that's it. You don't want to cook this any longer than that because the vegetables will wilt and it won't look nice. So there. Now if you like more sauce, go ahead and add more water. But I find that if I add more sauce, then all the flavor is just in the sauce pooling at the bottom, which then no one eats. But like this, the sauce is clinging on to the vegetables. And that is it. Let's go eat. Here we go. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but there's already more sauce that's pooling. As with all stir fries, it always looks drier in the pan. Once you plate it, things just come out, you know, from the vegetables and it just drips down to the bottom. So when you gauge the amount of sauce, just keep that in mind as well, okay? So let me show you just how good this is. It's just simple, but it's so flavorful. Now, if you want to eat this with some plain congee, it's actually a really great accompaniment because this is salty and spicy and garlicky, and plain congee is just, you know, bland. So it actually is one of the popular dishes that we eat when we eat plain congee. Nice peppery flavor, nice chilies, the bits of garlic. You're gonna like that if you're a garlic person. So give this one a try. As you can see, that was, I think, the fastest Hot Thai Kitchen episode I have ever done just because of how simple and quick this dish is. You can whip it up and you can substitute other vegetables. And when you try it, let me know how it goes, either through Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And the recipe will be on hotthaikitchen.com as per usual. And I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal.